I'm going to go live on National Cigar Day with reviewing the Gurkha Evil cigar. We both have this, yeah. And so we're going to start there, and then we're just going to kind of go through some topics and, that kind of thing. But I will let him introduce himself and his channel and his philosophy on reviews and stuff like that.
Hello, my name is Tim, or you can call me T for the people who haven't watched my channel yet. I'm fairly new, The Smoker's Connection. Um, been smoking cigars for probably about 2 years now, so I don't know. In some people's eyes, I mean, I may be a newbie in some others, or 2 years in, just like myself. But um, got started with cigars and pretty much hooked. I probably smoke a cigar every day and try to experience a different cigar, from like the low inexpensive end to, I mean, I've gotten as crazy as, paying $100 for a cigar, but that's only on birthdays and special occasions. But yeah, so thank you, Aubrey, for inviting me to your live. This should be fun. What are you drinking over there? Because I got me something as well. 1792. What do you have? The same?
Same here, yeah.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me fine, or do I need to adjust my volume? Okay.
I have so much noise.
I don't know. I mean, I have my windows open, but of course I live on the river. I'm surprised you can't hear that tugboat, going by. But hopefully my aquarium's not making too much noise in the background. But we'll work with it.
All right. So Texas Taurus says, hello. I've only tried one Gurkha. I think, honestly, me too. I've only had one Gurkha as well. So we're in the same boat. So we're going to go ahead and light this cigar. And then it's actually kind of cold out here today.
Well, I'm in
Like,
a house. I get to smoke in the house, so I don't have to sit outside.
yeah.
Yeah, it was hell in my part of the world today. So yeah, I'm not gonna be sitting outside and get hit with a chunk of ice. But this
Uh-huh.
this actually is my second Gurkha. The Gurkha Beast was
Okay.
my first one,
So
which I
you,
really
so
really
this is
enjoyed.
your first or second?
This is my second one. I've never had the Gurkha Evil, but the Beast I have had and enjoyed it very much.
Oh, this is my second Gurkha. So I
Oh,
guess this is
okay.
all, yeah, a lot going on here. So anyways, hi, Fakta. You're from Indonesia.
Oh,
Awesome.
okay. I just see Texas tourists. My computers are like really far away, but uh, let me make some adjustments here.
All right. So, let's see what is going on here.
Oh, Indonesia. Okay. I'm sure the weather's really nice there.
So, what notes are you? Did you light your cigar?
Not yet. I'm just
Okay.
taking a little, a little pre. I just want to smell it because it smells like chocolate. I haven't cut. I haven't done anything yet, and just from smelling the wrap, it smells like it really smells like chocolate. Surprisingly,
Yeah, it's very
so
cedar. I know
let
you
me.
do the smell thing. I like never smell. I'm just like whatever.
No, I always have to get my pre-draw just to see what I get, and then go from there. Because it can change a little bit. Because I sometimes get excited from the pre-draw and from the smell, and when I light it, sometimes I can be disappointed. Like, oh, this doesn't taste anything like it smelled.
Yeah. So
So yeah, no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
what cigar have you had that is like exciting you right now? Because I know that I think I was smoking cigars. I've been smoking a little longer than you.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, what cigar for me? I love the CAO Basin, so I'm obsessed with that cigar. As mentioned, we
Hmm.
had a conversation about that yesterday. But what cigar are you obsessed with right now?
I smoke a lot of cigars, but um, I would say. the Cohiba Siri M, which I do believe I have just one more left because it was like a limited edition. Yeah, I bought those from actually the blender Sean Williams from Cohiba, and so there was only like 2,500 boxes sold like around the world, and after that it was a wrap. So
Yeah.
I bought the box and fell in love with those cigars. They were like perfect.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome.
But I
Let's
have two
see.
left, so I'm trying to hold on to those.
What is everyone watching's favorite cigar right now? I think I had one of those Siri M's of yours, and then I think I
Yeah, I
had,
think I shared one with you. Yeah, I was being kind of stingy.
and I also had, I think I bought a few from that event. It was in Louisville. Um,
Indiana, actually.
Indiana. There we go.
Yes,
Not
yes,
Louisville.
Southern
Yeah.
Indiana, same kind of area, but it's separated by the Ohio River. So yeah, it was a good. That was a good event.
Yes. All right.
So you
So
said you got
yeah.
cedar on your first third, right?
Yes, I'm getting cedar for the Gurkha Evil. Um, I bought like a 5 pack of these, and so I have quite a few. Or I have quite a few left, but yeah, I'm getting a lot of cedar.
And you
What are you
gifted me
getting?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that is nice. She mailed me a cigar to go live, and that was so sweet. And I thank you.
Oh, it's so sweet.
I'm gonna have to mail you some cigars back.
Okay.
um, in
I
my
haven't
first
really.
third, it's earthy. I mean, I get a little cedar, but it's more earth and kind of I'm getting a light cedar, but I'm getting like really, really earthy taste. I mean, it's pleasant. I
Yeah.
enjoy it. It's got a little spice on it. Is it a little spicy to you, like a little black pepper?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Okay.
Texas Stars says I have a rotation. Really like Liga 9, Red Meat Lovers, Ribeye, Oscar Leaf Maduro, and CAO Brasilia. Okay, that's a great favorites there. I
Hmm.
love the Liga 9. I've never had the Red Meat Lovers. I love the Oscar Leaf Maduro. That was like a cigar that I was obsessed with for a
Yeah,
very
that's
long
good.
time.
Yeah, that's a good
Uh,
one.
very great, very great cigar. And I haven't the CAO Brasilia. Let me look that up because I think he had that.
Yeah, it's a good one. I think you've had it before. I've had it. It's a nice cigar. You can find them anywhere, everywhere. Honestly, that's a good thing. And the Brazilian is very consistent. Now, some of the CAOs have had issues, structural issues, but I've never
Oh,
had an
okay,
issue with the
here's a
Brazil.
pause. Hi, the Stogie Brody. I have okay. The CAO that you hate is the CAO Brasilia.
Because somebody else said they liked it, and somebody else hates the CAO Brazil.
No, the one that you had from your multi pack, and it was just like you're like, this is the most awful cigar I've
Oh,
ever
I don't
had.
know if that was the Brazilian.
No,
I
it
don't.
is. I'm looking at the picture right now.
Oh, okay. Because I'm just like, I've had some that were good. Maybe it was just the roller on that particular day. Something in the manufacturing process is probably what the issue was. So I guess I can't blame the whole company for one person's issue. But I mean, I'll smoke some more and see what happens. But if it happens again, then yeah, then I'm gonna have problems. You're gonna have to tell the truth. But
Yeah,
thank you for inviting me to your live. This is actually my first live. I'm kind of nervous. Just getting
yeah. I've
off of
been catching
work,
it.
rushing,
Yeah,
so I can get here on time. So,
Brasilia is solid. Smoke it with lower humidity.
mm,
Different Vitolas make a different. That makes sense. Okay, so what is everyone's favorite spirit to pair with cigars? I'm going to start a poll below, but what is yours?
my favorite uh, is bourbon. Whiskey. Oh, I'm from Kentucky, so gotta have to stay true. However, tequila's good. Tequila's great. I love coffee. However, bourbon is my favorite go-to when smoking cigars. Um, a particular type of bourbon. I mean, I can from 1792. I mean, all of their selections, Bullet. It doesn't even. I don't even have to go expensive or anything with my bourbons, especially when I'm pairing those with cigars. So I don't know. As long as it's bourbon and a cigar, it usually pairs very very well. How about yourself? I mean, you
So,
already have 1792 with you, so I don't want to make an assumption. That's not genuinely like. So, what's your favorite?
well, I do really love 1792, but I am definitely a bourbon person. At this point, I love pairing cigars with tequila and like anejos and reposados. I paired cigars with pretty much everything at this point.
Mm,
Scotch, rum, cognac, but I really do love. I just feel like 1792 pairs with a lot of cigars for me.
mm.
Texas Taurus
Especially
says Wild
wild
Turkey
turkey.
101. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I had wild turkey. I usually will walk past that at the spirit shop. It scares me. I don't know. It's something about it. It's almost like the regular Jack Daniels. You get some people like, oh no, that stuff would make me want to fight. No, that's what I think about wild turkey. So I'm gonna have to try it.
Oh wow.
And yeah,
I've had wild turkey. I mean, I feel like with anything, with any spirits, with any like cigars, it's like you have the basic version of like whatever you try,
yeah,
right? And for me, it's like, I go to a lot of bourbon tastings. We just went to one actually. We went to Jesus, where do we go to? It was Boone County,
free
right?
Texas. Yeah, Boone County.
Yeah, we went to Boone County Distilling on Saturday. And yeah, by Texas Taurus.
Appreciate it.
Not really a drinker, but I go water or cranberry juice. Yeah,
Water and
so
cranberry juice. Okay,
yeah.
I haven't done that. I mean, I'm gonna have to try that and see, what that would taste like with like a sweet cigar or something. Uh, I would probably have to start out with like maybe like a cheaper cigar, like a, a factory smoke. Factory smokes maybe sweet, but I don't know if I would be nervous about trying cranberry with like a really high end cigar. I mean, I know I can switch off whenever, but
I
I
guess
would
the
have to.
thing, so like with 1792, I know that there's like a cherry note that I always get.
Mhm.
I probably have drank more 1792 small batch than most uh humans in this
Eh,
world is my go-to. But I do like mixing it up. And one that I really have that I enjoy pairing with cigars that I can't say recommend, but that I enjoy is the Buzzard Roost cigar. It's like Buzzard Roost cigar something.
who makes that?
Cigar blend, Buzzard Roost.
Buzzard Root. Oh, okay. Where are they? Is it a local
They're in Kentucky, yeah. I think they're
distillery?
in Bardstown.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me
Buzzard
see.
Root. I have to check that
They
out.
are in hold on, Louisville. Yeah, we'll have to go there.
Mm,
But yeah, he
yes.
said it's the best bang for his bucks. And yeah, there's that, there's Jack Daniels, stuff like that. I'm more of I love going to bars and I love going to cigar bars and I travel quite a bit to just like explore. And I a lot of bars, especially when you go out of town from Kentucky, because we're both in Kentucky, they don't really have a good bourbon selection. They're just like, here are two bourbons, three bourbons, and that's it.
Oh,
So
you
it's
mean like
really
you go
cool.
out of town versus here?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
there's
yeah,
some bars
definitely.
that do, but most of them are just like, here's three bourbons, here's five, and they're just like, whatever, this is it. So, I think one day we went somewhere, we went to a casino, and I think all they had was like Jack Daniels, and they had like two other options, and we're just like, well, it's a Jack Daniels night, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
so when I do reviews, I don't drink anything clean palate to pinpoint. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I've done that. Like usually when I do a review, I just kind of started doing reviews where I haven't had them for the first time,
Mm.
but I'm still doing them. But usually, for the most part, when I do cigar reviews, I've smoked them at least once. What about
Yeah.
you?
I it depends. Now, if I because on my channel, the Smokers Connection, I'll just throw that out there. Um, I have cigar reviews by themselves, some spirit reviews by themselves, but I like pairing. That's exciting for me, um, because just to give people another idea, like, oh, I've never thought about trying this particular cigar with Dunkin' Donuts coffee or whatever. Just trying to make it a little exciting. I know some people have their this is all I drink and this is all I smoke. Okay, well, I like to have different experiences and be surprised by certain things. Um, but yeah, I mean, on my channel, I do cigar reviews by themselves and spirits by themselves and paired. I'm kind of all over the place, because I enjoy it all, especially
Yeah.
together. But yeah, I mean, I get it that when you do drink spirits and you do smoke, they would definitely influence each other. They can complement each other or cancel each other out, and that's the type of stuff that I like to explore and share with other people.
Yeah,
So
I think that you know, when we speak of like if you drink water, my dad's a big cigar person. I have a couple of videos, or I have more than a few videos. I have like over 10 or 15 videos that I haven't edited yet. But yeah, my dad's a big cigar person, and he's always like, Aubrey, you could just drink water. And I'm more
mm,
so, I've tried water, I've tried tequila. And I do think that, when you talk about just drinking water and pairing it, it kind of like
mhm,
limits like what you could smoke. Because I mean, there's only been maybe like 10 cigars that I could smoke with just water, and I feel like this is awesome. This is like
yeah,
relaxing kind of
yeah,
thing. And they're likely more so like Maduros, and
right.
like bolder cigars. But yeah, we have the Stogie Brody says, "Master your ash." He gives great pairings in his reviews. That's awesome.
Okay, I'll have to check him out.
Yeah.
You know what I want to pair? You know what I want to pair with and just try? What was that water you had me try? I can't remember the name. I guess I'm getting old. Was it
uh,
Italian or sparkling water?
Pellegrino.
Yeah. I want to. I don't know. I just something tells me to try that with something and see what happens. Especially if there's a day that I have to work or I have to really be locked in and I can't be drinking. Prior to going to work or after work or if I have an assignment or something. I don't know. I may have to pair that with something, see how it goes. Because that
So
that would be really refreshing, especially in the hot summer, sitting outside on
yeah,
my deck. Yeah.
yeah. So ending the poll, we have 3 votes for bourbon for the best thing to pair. So I think we're all in agreement
Oh
here.
yeah, 100%. Of
But my
course.
thing is, I think it's very, you know, it sucks that bourbon is more so like Kentucky, right? And, like I've been to a lot of bourbon events, I've traveled a lot to cigar bars, stuff like that. And bourbon isn't pushed, so it seems, anywhere else
Well,
other than
whiskey.
here.
I mean, but whiskey has been a thing for a very, very long time. In Ireland, especially Japan. Now, historically, when like bourbon kind of fell off in the United States and America, they have a tendency to follow trends, whatever celebrities are drinking or whatever's happening in the bars or the clubs. Like there was a time when like wine coolers or vodkas, all that disgusting stuff, uh, was popular, and you can only find bourbons at like country western bars and stuff. But however, the trend has changed back to bourbon. To go back to Asia, for instance, whiskey, especially Kentucky bourbons, have never fallen off in Japan. They're some of the biggest consumers and purchasers of, even if as I made that word, purchasers of Kentucky bourbon. They are. They purchase a lot of Kentucky bourbon in Japan. You know, they have some amazing. I haven't been in Japan yet, but I will be. I will be going to there and checking out some of their, their bars. I don't know if they are really into cigars. I really haven't seen that. Um, I was reading like an article in a cigar aficionado. I think that's what it was. This is cigar aficionado,
Uh-huh.
or whiskey aficionado, one of those. And they were saying how popular bourbon was, but there's only like one bar that you can actually smoke in Tokyo. Like
Wow.
one or two. Yeah. Now you can find a lot of places to drink, but as far as smoking, yeah, I don't think their society is like that's. I don't think that's their thing. So, but that's cool as long as we can do it here. I'll have to go protest in front of the White House if they say I can't smoke cigars anymore.
Wow. Okay.
So how's your cigar? How's your Gurkha Eva holding? I mean, evil structurally holding up because my my burn it's been pretty consistent. I can't see yours like where you're at, but
Yeah. Thanks for coming in, Miss Stogie Brody. Have a good day. I'm here. You
thanks.
know, mine is pretty nice. I mean, I enjoy it. I really like the medium cigars that essentially give
Yeah,
you Connecticut or give you cedar or there's like Ecuadorian. So there's something like that. There's something in the cigar that gives it a different twist than what you think it's going to be. So I really do enjoy that. How is yours holding up?
structure wise, yeah. I mean, I already knew that the Gurkha was going to hold up, regardless of anyone that I've smoked. From the
Yeah.
two, I mean, I just hear great things about their construction. So I mean, at this point, this being my second one, I mean, he's holding up just fine.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. So we have another poll. So, we're going to talk about cigar lounges. So, what is most important for you in a cigar lounge? So, for me, or we can start with you. Let's start with you since I think I've gone
what's
first.
okay? What's the most important part of a cigar lounge for me? My expectations is the customer service. You
Okay.
know, I don't want to walk into a place, and it doesn't have to be luxurious or whatever. Customer service. I want to be greeted when I walk in. I don't want to have to sit down at the bar and I got to wave a bartender down to get my drink or have questions if I can walk in the humidor or not because rules are different in certain places. They may have it on the lock and key or you got to speak to a bartender or whoever to go get your cigar or I don't know. It was my first time there, but the last what was the place we went to in Cincinnati? Um,
House of Cigar,
House of Cigars. Yes. Very friendly staff.
Sharonville.
Yeah, Sharonville. We're just a little bit outside of Cincinnati, like suburbs of Cincinnati. As soon as you walk in the door, they speak to you and ask you, what you like, what you want, and they're like, yeah, we got a lounge in the back. You can just go back there. You know what? Would you guys, I think I asked them, you
But
guys
yeah,
have a bar? They're like, no, we don't have a
no, but
bar.
yeah, but I think that, I agree with you as far as that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I know that, like, for me, it's kind of a blend of a lot of things. Like,
Yeah.
I like the, um, I like it's a blend for me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I've done some cigar lounge reviews that I haven't edited yet. But I definitely customer service is important. But I think the entire like the effort put into the lounge, the effort into the humidor. I know
Yeah.
different cigar bars have different
Aesthetics
things
for
that they
me. Mhm.
offer, that kind of thing. When I go to cigar lounges that are not here, because I mean, where I live in Lexington, there's a cigar ban, which I'm pretty sure it's in the process of being lifted or lifted as far as
I
Kentucky
thought you said
goes.
they did lift it, right?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
recently?
it's in the
Yeah.
process. Like, so it got approved.
Okay,
But again,
cool,
who knows what that's gonna look like? You know, who
cool. Yeah,
knows? Um, Hi, Julio Vargas.
yeah. My chat is a little delayed over here, so I'll trust you to read the chats there.
Yeah,
Julio, what's
but
up, brother?
I think hopefully I think my
From
poll is still
from the
there.
Bay Area, yay yay. All right, brother. How's the weather in
Okay.
California? I know it's better than here.
Oh yeah, it's cold. It's freezing.
Well, it's 56 degrees, so
You're inside. I'm outside, and it's cold.
yeah.
And like, there's the sun was out, and I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna be a beautiful day. And then I come out
Mhm.
here, and I'm like, oh my god, I need my gloves. It's freezing. But anyway, so yeah, we have two votes so far: customers and amenities. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that and him and I talk about this all the time. I think a lot of cigar bars and lounges cut corners on a lot of things. And I think that definitely, it affects your quality. I can't say quality of customer, but like quality in general of like
Mhm.
your bar. And like,
Absolutely.
you want people to come in, you want it to be inviting, you want it to be upscale and luxury essentially
Hmm.
because cigars are luxury, right? So I enjoy bars, and the bar that I go to all the time really put a lot of like intricate intentional touches on how they have decorated the space, and I really that's why I
Yeah.
enjoy going and supporting the business and going in general.
Yeah.
We have cigar selection. I've been to a lot of cigar lounges. I'm always in Atlanta. And so they have quite a few cigar lounges down there, similar to Tampa, which everyone tells me, Aubrey, you need to go to Tampa.
Cigar
And,
week, March.
there are there are some cigar lounges that have like no like they don't really have a good selection in Atlanta. I
Selection, what do you
find
mean? Like as far as like the ambiance or selection and like so like different cigars options? Is that what do you mean?
options for different cigars. Like
Okay.
say like for instance, House of Cigars has a great humidor. I believe Jake's in Nicholasville, Kentucky has a great humidor. There are
Hmm.
cigar bars that I've been to in Atlanta. Some of them they have like I mean it's just I I can't even like put it to words.
It's a
Think like
closet,
a little apartment closet.
a
And they have
shoebox.
the most yes, think of shoe and think the most expensive. Think the brands that we all know of, but then they're marked up like 30, 40%, which is fine. And we've been to quite a few. We've been to a few in Atlanta.
Hey,
Um,
you gotta pay the rent if you don't own the building.
no, but that's fine. I feel like my philosophy
Yeah.
is if I'm going to a establishment, like I'm pro entrepreneurship, all these
Hmm.
things, but you should have a lot of different cigars. You shouldn't have just.
You should. It's a cigar bar, right? I mean, we both know people that go to cigar bars and they don't smoke. They just go and have a drink. Like, what? Okay, what are you doing? I mean, I
We know
understand.
people.
I understand. Yeah, people that have been in cigar bars. Like, we've been in some places where you can see the guest of another person, and they all have an attitude like, "Ah, it's so smoky." Like, what? I mean, what did you expect?
Ooh,
You know
he
what?
said
Like,
over. Yeah,
you said
sorry.
what? I'm sorry.
Overcast,
Overcast,
65.
65. Still nicer than here. But
Yeah, it's
yeah, I
freezing.
mean, it's just people in cigar bars are definitely more classy, classier people, full of conversation. And that's what cigars and spirits bring out. Unlike going to like a regular bar, and sometimes it can be a little dicey in there, a little just too crowded, a little too loud. But I find cigar bars to almost be perfect. I mean, as long as it's not too quiet, you can hear somebody's conversation across the room. I don't like that. But just enough noise, and
Right.
some TVs where you can, watch some sports or whatever, or you can watch your Atlanta Housewives and
You're hilarious.
so
So, let's see. What
what
are
do you
your
think?
thoughts?
What are you getting now? Because mine, I'm just noticing like leather and like espresso. Are you getting that now?
I am definitely getting leather here, and I guess essentially the second third of the
Yeah,
cigar.
second, third. Yeah, because it just hit me, and I'm like, well, I'm not tasting earth and cedar anymore. It's like a leather coffee, leather and espresso. It's nice.
Yeah. Hi,
I just
money.
wondered if he hits you at the same time. You know,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Hi, money, Molly, mom. How are you?
Money Molly Mall. Okay,
So, let's see. Let's see what else is going on here.
so cigar week. So since it's cigar week, right? National Cigar Week. I mean, are they giving discounts? Maybe I should go online or go to like a cigar store, but like, hey, it's National Cigar Week. You guys got a sale going on? They'll probably
Oh
look
no,
at
no,
me.
no, no, no. Seriously, so I misunderstood what you said initially. There are a lot of sales. I've received quite a few emails of like,
Really?
yeah, like 70% off for particular brands and stuff like that. So
Mm.
yeah, there are sales right now today. We have a comment and it says, "Can
Oh,
you guys recommend me your top three budget cigars?"
oh yeah. You can go to the Smokers Connection. I have
Do you
a
have
few
budget
short,
cigars?
a few
I didn't think
shorts,
you
a
did
few
budget
shorts on
so far.
there.
The
I'm
shorts,
sorry.
okay. Oh yeah, yes, you did
Yeah,
shorts then.
not I'm not El Chapo, but El Cheapo. Yeah.
Okay,
A lot of the AJ Fernandez, surprisingly, they have a lot of cigars that are like under $5. What I'd say under $5. Yeah, so under five
really?
dollars. I've seen some that's like $3. So look into AJ Fernandez if you're looking for like budget like cigars really, and they have like a ton. What else have I had that was pretty reasonable? Uh, Drew Estate. You can always
Mm-hmm.
do, their lower end selection, and they're good quality, especially the sweet or just the Maduros,
Factory smokes.
factory smokes. Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
that's
Okay.
another excellent choice. When I don't want to break the bank and stuff, I usually keep several of those factory smokes in my humidor.
Yeah.
Especially when I just want to just smoke and I don't have to get all fancy and crazy with it. Like I just want to drink some bourbon and have a cigar. I'll grab one of those.
Yeah. So here's my thing. I love the budget cigars, and I think
Yeah.
that I've had a lot of people that they've been smoking cigars for decades, um, multiple decades, and a lot of some. I don't want to say half and half, but I feel like there's some people, like for instance, my dad loves. Well, he loves all cigars, but he also
Mhm.
adds in like his budget cigars that are his like
Mhm.
old faithfuls. And
Okay.
then I meet people and talk to people who are like, "Wow, you smoke cheap cigars?" Like, ew. And
the
I,
the audacity! Like
yeah, they were like,
how dare you?
"Ew." I'm like,
I'm
yeah,
like,
I do
what?
cigar review just for
Yeah.
fun, and
That
they're
says
like,
something
"That's
about their
disgusting."
personality. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? I mean,
well,
really.
so I feel like and I've said this in a couple of the budget cigar reviews that I've had, and I have like a whole playlist. If you ever go check that out. And my philosophy is, obviously do what you want. Nobody's going to force you to, you can
Mhm.
like super expensive spirits or not, super expensive clothes or not. Like, right? It's just whatever you like. But I
Yeah.
do feel like if your intention is to learn about cigars, like that's me, I just want to learn as much as I can, then you try everything.
Mm.
Like, and that's a way that I've, learned a lot about cigars because
I agree.
initially I was more so like, I'm only going to smoke expensive ones and, those are great and I'm only going to drink tequila. But then I
Mm.
opened my mindset and then I'm like, wow, this is cool. There's Candela Wrap. There's this, there's these brands, that brands, those are like, there's a million
Right.
other brands.
Stop caring what people think. Like it, I mean, really, you have to go and try across the spectrum to see what you like. you know?
Yeah.
And when people have their opinions about what you're doing, especially with something you pay for, I don't know. I usually stop having conversations with those people because they're very opinionated, you know?
Well, we have
And
you and I. We have very vastly different personalities. I feel like men are less. I feel men are more less BS focused, and
mm,
women are like, oh, okay, well, you know, okay, I get it. I get
yeah,
your perspective. So a lot of people say that they enjoy the budget cigars, and I do as well. If you're here and you're watching, what is your favorite budget brand? I don't think I said my favorite budget brands of
you
cigars.
haven't.
Yeah.
I'm going to remove my wrap.
Yeah, I think we're like in the same. We're in the same.
Yeah,
We're in
kind
the
of.
same spark.
Yeah,
Spark.
I see you already
Spark.
removed yours. You know, it's a cool looking wrap. It reminds me of like an old newspaper.
Okay.
You know, you remember like the vintage newspapers and stuff. Like if you go to a museum or something from like 1800s. That's kind of what it reminds
Okay.
me
Cool.
of.
So my favorite budget cigars. Um. Okay. So it's changed, and I'll give you the short answer because. So the
Mm,
short answer, my favorite budget cigars as of right now, I will always love factory smokes. Now, do I smoke them like I used to? No. Honestly, no. Because I think I've grown a little bit out of infused. Now I still smoke infused because I'll smoke anything just to like learn and just to like gain more clarity of a brand.
yeah,
But factory smokes, I also like the Quorums. As you all know, I love the Quorums. And then, oh my God, what's the third for me? Um, I'm gonna have to think think about it. What is a third? Jesus, I like it's like Casa de Garcia. I really love too.
yeah. That's good. Yeah, yeah. That's a good one. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So
Is your bourbon still good over there? So did you
yes,
put
it
a block of
is.
ice? Did you put a block of ice or some lime water or some seltzer? Or you have it straight?
So I actually had the little blocks of cubed ice. We have like an
Hmm.
ice maker. So
Yeah,
that's
I
what
had a
we did.
ball.
That's what I did today. Yeah, I used to do the balls. I have a lot of balls in my in my
Yeah,
freezer.
that's funny.
But yeah, not today.
Yeah,
So hey, I agree, but at the same time, work play hard says I agree, but at the same time, if you are looking for a great experience, every time you light up, go up to the $10 to $12 area for the best experience of flavors dancing on your palate.
yeah,
I agree.
I agree.
Oh,
I
I
agree.
so agree.
I've got, like I said before earlier, I don't know if you work, play hard, but earlier, yeah, I've said the whole spectrum from the low end to I've paid $100, close to $100 for a cigar. Now, I don't do that all the time, but I've spent top dollar just to have that experience.
Yeah.
Recently, I'm just getting back from Key Largo. Got great place to
Oh
I
yeah,
met a
you did tell me
guy,
that.
Julio was his name. No, Cesar was his name. On a cool, uh, cigar place, and he had like his own private, club on, to the side, members only. But he showed me, very cool, awesome dude. Give me a second. I'm gonna go find his card because I wanna. If anybody's in Key Largo, I just want
Well,
to give him.
I'll just post it later. We can comment it later.
Okay, yeah, because it's killing me because the name of the place is in my head, but I remember his name. But
Yeah.
I probably spent $150 and cigars, and I probably only have three. But I enjoyed his hospitality so much, and he was so friendly and open. He was about to close the shop when I walked in,
Well, that's
and he's
awesome.
like, "Yeah, come on in." And I kind of just was looking around, and he's like, "I was like, can you smoke in here?" Because he talking to a personal friend. They were smoking. He's like, "Yeah, have a seat," and just opened up and like an hour or 2 hours later, after the place was closed, he's like, "Yeah, just hang out."
Yeah, so
That's
you
the type of
travel.
people you
So
meet at cigars.
did you like going to Florida versus being in Kentucky and smoking cigars?
Um, it was about the same experience because, us being in Kentucky, it's just a southern thing. People are just friendly and open a lot of times.
Mhm.
We talk to each other, like, "Hey, how you doing?" or whatever, because you're considered rude if you don't acknowledge a person that's close to you or at least give them a nod. That's kind of a southern thing. Now, I've been upstate and you can be like, "Hey, what's going on?" They're like, "What, you know me or something?" I'm like, "Oh, sorry. I was just saying hi." Okay, but culturally,
Yeah.
the further south you go, they just, people just open up and they, friendlier. I mean,
Yeah.
they really are.
So if you voted no, you got to tell me why you voted no to the budget cigars. But the segue, what is your favorite cigar bar or lounge? Because bars and lounges are essentially different. What is your favorite that you've been to ever, like the top of your head?
Gosh, I can't remember the name of the place. It's in Indianapolis. Um,
Heard by Rocky
it's
Patel?
Rocky Patel's place. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
freezing that night. It was like negative 1,000 degrees, and
You
you
went
know,
in like January, right?
my dumb self. Yeah, it was raining. It stopped raining. It was freezing. It started snowing. But I'm like, you know what? It's my birthday. I'm going to Rocky Patel's place, and it was really nice. And the
Oh,
guy that was
November,
working,
yeah.
yeah, he was working the humidor. Old guy had his little velvet smoker's jacket on with a little pin. And he was just cool. He reminded me of the doctor off of the Back to the Future. What do you remember the doctor's name? The scientist? I remember Marty McFly, but the doctor, somebody in the comments remind me. I know
Back
you
to the
got two Back to
Future.
the Future. Yeah,
So I think I've seen it, but do you know how old I am?
yeah, but Back to the Future, that's like they show that on
Back to
TV
the
all the
Future?
time. Yes,
No, that's like
that's what he reminded me of. And
when
so
did
that was
Back
one
to
of
the
my
Future
greatest
come
phrases.
out? Someone said Doc Brown.
Oh, 80, what was the name? Yeah, Dr. Brown, Doc Brown, right. Yeah. Yeah,
Back
that's
to
what
the
he
Future came out in 1985.
I just said 80s. 80s. All the best movies came out in the 80s, really. Let's take a poll on that. Yeah, all the great
Oh,
classics in the
Lordy.
80s. Yeah, we
Yeah,
definitely gotta have another live or even best cigar movies. Best. All of them will probably be something with Arnold Schwarzenegger in it because he's always got a stogie in his mouth.
yeah, I don't think I've seen Back to the Future. I've heard about it, but yeah, no, I've never seen Back to the
It-
Future ever.
okay.
But anyway, maybe I'll watch it. But yeah, so my favorite cigar lounge, if I could think at the top of my head, which comes to be, honestly, is Red Phone Booth. Um, I'll say downtown location in Atlanta.
Who's
Best
who's right?
ventilation ever, both downtown and Buckhead. I know that we have one in Nashville, which for me is like 2.5 hours away, which I'm going
Mm.
to make my way up to very soon and do some content or just kind of do a review later on, that kind of thing. But yeah, I really enjoy the
Yeah,
atmosphere. I
yeah,
enjoy the humidor attendant. I like how intentional things are. I like the decor and all of those things. So yeah.
yeah. I've been to Red Phone Booth also. Buckhead, I do believe. Very,
Uh-huh.
very, very swanky, nice place. Very friendly staff. And actually, the food was good too.
Hmm.
I do recall the humidor attendant was really knowledgeable, really nice guy.
Yeah. Where do you think cigars are going to be in the next, what do you say, 5 years? Let's do 5 years from now. So 2030, where do you think the cigar like atmosphere, cigar lounges, cigar bars, cigar
Well,
laws?
I mean, I think the cigars are going to just continue to to just skyrocket because, of course, cigarettes are going to be banned because they're, in my opinion,
You
disgusting,
think
and most people think that. But
banned
cigars are
from
real.
lounges or banned in general?
Yeah, but cigar. We've both seen a person walk in and smoke a cigarette at a cigar
Some
bar,
some lounges accept it, and
and
they
everybody's looking at that person like, okay, but it's just different.
Ah,
Cigars are classy. I feel that um, the cigar would continue to be popular because it always has been, and it would continue, especially the more prosperous society becomes. Because this is a luxury. This is not like, oh, I need to do this. I need to smoke. It's not like an addiction like cigarettes because they inhale it and those chemicals and everything else they add to cigarettes.
okay,
Cigars, I think, are going to continue to be a classy experience, and people will continue to go. Obviously, all the places we've seen, there's multiple cigar bars just popping up all over the place.
that's true.
Yeah. What do you think?
Um, well, I think that. What do I think? I think it's going to continue to grow, and I'm excited to see more influencers and stuff like that happen. You want to answer this question?
What's the question? When
When
did
did
you guys first get into cigars? Is that the question? About 2 years ago. So I don't know. I'm kind of a newbie. I was looking for another hobby to get into because I have other hobbies, martial arts, shooting guns, riding motorcycles, all that stuff. And my older brother had always smoked cigars, and I would just kind of look at him like, "Why are you always smoking cigars?" Because an older gentleman, got him into it. And so I tried one with my older brother, and I'm like, you know what, this is not bad. And that was about almost 3 years ago, and I never stopped. I never stopped. I've enjoyed it. I haven't had any. I know you got your warning labels and all that other stuff. They always, Surgeon General, they have to put that stuff on there. I haven't had any medical adverse effects or anything like that. I'm healthy. I work out. Haven't had any issues from smoking cigars. My cardiovascular is still good and everything else. Now, to be honest, I haven't been honest on my on my health insurance because they're like, "Do you smoke?" I'm like, "No." They're talking about cigarettes, not cigars. So I say no, so I can continue to get my government discount uh, insurance because I work for the government. So hopefully they're not watching. Elon Musk, hopefully you're not watching. You're gonna cut me off. What about you?
so I first started getting into cigars maybe 4 years ago. I've been smoking for about four
Mm,
years, I would
mm,
say, since 2021. And I knew my dad smoked cigars, and everybody's like, ew, get that smoke away. And I know my dad would smoke cigars, at night.
mm.
And so I'm just like, ew. But then I get older, and then, you know, I knew that we had a cigar bar here, but I'm like, I know nothing about cigars.
Yeah.
And so I had someone that I was dating at the time, and I was like, well, you have cigars at your place, so can you take me to like a cigar bar? I found some here and there, and this one and this one. And so they were like, yeah, no, we're not going to these. We're going to go to this one. And so from then on, I really liked the aspect of learning. I really love that there are certain things that you should do, certain things you shouldn't do, all the different cigars and all that stuff. And then, I came back home and I was like, oh, we have a cigar bar. And I was graced by the best bartender ever that was like, okay, you actually want to learn? You actually want to learn about cigar? Okay, cool. So he's like, okay, get this one. Okay, this one pairs with this one. You probably shouldn't smoke or drink tequila with this cigar. Try bourbon. And I'm like, bourbon? He was like, yeah, try some bourbon. Try some 1792. I have a picture of the first time I drank 1792. And then from then on, it's just history. So, yeah, it's been, smoking has been awesome for me and a great, relaxing hobby and a
Mm.
lot of learning. and a lot of good connections and like friendships and stuff like that.
Mm.
We have another question.
Well, there's
What
like
is
two
the
questions. I
most
think it's two questions.
expensive?
Two questions we missed. Yeah.
Okay, so I hate the fact that cigar prices are going up. Rocky Patel was my first cigar.
Yeah, it depends on where you live. Because taxes and things like that, the prices, they range. Now, when it comes to cigars or spirits, look, we're in Kentucky, right? So bourbon, cigars, they're pretty cheap compared to the rest of the nation. They really are. And when people find out like how much we pay for our stuff here, I mean, they're surprised. I mean, people come from other states just to make purchases here because they're inexpensive.
For bourbon.
Like
Yeah.
EH Taylor is going for $124. Like what?
You
It's
know,
okay,
I'm
and
in
we can
so
get
many.
it, and we can get it for $40 here.
Oh yeah, yeah. Buffalo Trace. If you go to Buffalo Trace,
Yeah,
you're gonna be paying the actual price for it.
yeah.
And but as far as cigars go, um,
They're reasonable.
I've had some comments on some of the Quorum cigars that are like $2 and $3. And some people are like, it's $22 here in Australia or in, London. And I think, that's insane. But I mean, at the same time, I get it that if there's taxes and tariffs and all of those things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Because
I personally,
I had a Rocky Patel Gold label, right? Like I told you about the comment that somebody left, like, oh, that's like one of your first, a budget cigar, not a budget cigar. I forgot the guy's comment, but it was kind of snarky in a way. And I'm just like, well, it depends on where you live at. My financial situation is probably not like everyone's, but
well,
I didn't pay
the
a
tip
hundred
that he
dollars
cut
for it.
in, he was saying that I think you said that you enjoy the cigar and it's a great cigar, a medium or mild cigar or something like that for beginners, for
Yeah,
palate wise, and they were like $100
a
cigar
hundred
isn't
dollars
for
cigar,
beginners.
and I'm like, I didn't pay $100 for it. Okay,
Yeah. So I think
not that one.
it's a lot of loaded, a lot of loaded
Yeah.
things behind comments and I do YouTube aside from here and you always get negative comments and negative people and all of those things. But I think that with everything goes up, right? Every year prices go up. But I do feel like, with certain brands, and that's why I like the budget cigars too, but I mean I'm not really um super concerned about
Mhm.
like I just more so enjoy the experience. But
Right.
here's a question. Let's see. Oh, but my most expensive cigar, if I'm being completely honest,
Uh,
honestly, um I the most expensive cigar I've ever bought was like $40. And that was it.
really?
I mean, I started off smoking $40 cigars in lounges. Obviously, the MSRP um, is probably like 22 for
Mm,
cohibas. I smoked a lot of cohibas when I first started, which is why I was like, "Oh, I love cigars. This is great," and I didn't know
mm.
anything else existed. But I also love Davidoff cigars. I do enjoy, but
They're up there.
I don't think I've ever broke $40.
Oh, I
Um,
have. So I've
now I
bought
haven't
a
spent more.
Davidoff, 80
Yeah,
bucks. Davidoff, yeah, I've done that. Gosh, I can't remember. I've spent some money on some sticks
yeah,
individually, but it's because I'm celebrating something. You know what I'm saying? It's like like reaching the next level on the like whatever in life. Like you know what? Yeah, I'm a splurge today. You
yeah,
know, and I'll do that with bourbon too. Like I'm like, how much is an ounce? It'd be $60 for that little pour. Okay, I'll try it.
yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, it's
cause
an experience. I think.
yeah, it is. I mean,
But
as long as I don't do it all the time.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What notes are you getting in the final third of this
Um.
Gurkha Evil cigar?
The Gurkha Evil, I would say, like right now, honestly, the Earth has come back. The cedars come back, but I'm actually getting like a little dark chocolate, but it's kind of weird. It's like, have you ever had dark chocolate? It wasn't like really really sweet. It was just like it's chocolate, It's like, I don't know what kind of chocolate is that, but I'm getting like in a final third. I'm getting like a dark chocolate, but not like
Yeah, dark chocolate. Yeah,
it's not
I am
over.
too.
It's not over um bearing like super sweet, but it's like really light. That's what I'm getting. It's still the cedar and the earth has come back in. It's still spicy. I still getting black pepper.
Oh
I mean,
yeah, same here.
I used you still okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're getting similar notes there.
yeah.
I'm definitely
So
getting that cedar and also dark cocoa, um, and pepper for
what
sure.
about with the 1792? How do you think it pairs?
I think it pairs well. My thing is always keep them at the right humidity in a closed container with a humidor, says Mark. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I agree. Is that cognac? Do you have?
No, we're both actually drinking the same thing today. 1792 small batch.
Yeah,
1792, which is the birth date of the state of Kentucky, actually. A little, educational note. But yeah,
from Bardstown Distillery.
yeah.
Um, so what is the best way to store cigars long term? And then we're gonna get off in just a second. So if anyone else has like something you want to say or questions, feel free to put that in the chat.
The
Um,
best way to store, well, I have an electric humidor. You know, I'm kind of fancy over here. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I have ones that are little small storage ones, but the one I keep all my cigars in mainly is electric because it's controlled and I can dial it in and add distilled water, or I may even do a little dab of whiskey in there too, a little bourbon, just to jazz it
yes,
up a little bit because it still has distilled water in it. I know some people like traditionalists like, nah, don't put that in there because it's gonna like cause issues with the taste profile of the cigars.
depending. I think
Right.
depending if you take off the cellophane.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, I'm also drinking 1792. You're a Scotch drinker. I've had some Scotch. I had a Scotch flight put together for me at the
Thanks,
cigar
money,
bar
for
a
loving
little
it.
bit ago. But yes, thanks, Money, of course. Thanks for
Yeah.
being here. Thanks for commenting. Um, and someone else says Romeo and Juliet is their favorite.
Oh yeah,
I actually
Romeo and
really
Juliet.
like
Yeah.
Romeo.
Oh
But
yeah.
here's the
Yeah.
thing. I think that between both of you and I don't think we smoke a lot of Romeo and Juliets. Like I've
No.
had probably like 8 of them ever in the
Mm,
past, 4 years.
mm.
But I don't know. I think they're definitely underrated as far as what I smoke. Like they're a great smoke. I've never had a bad Romeo and Julieta, honestly.
I haven't either. I haven't
Yeah.
either. But you walk into a
So,
humidor and it's just like, oh wow, look at all these selections. It's like, let me try
oh
something.
yeah,
Sure.
shiny
We got
lights.
you have your
Ooh.
go right. You have your go to right, but and then it's just like, let me try something else. So I will pass them up sometimes because I've had a few of them and I enjoy them. They're excellent cigars, structure wise, taste notes, all that stuff. But when I like to try things that I haven't had before, just
Uh-huh.
to just for the experience. And I took a lot of the recommendations from uh, the people that
From me.
the staff, and for you,
From
yeah,
me.
from you too, yeah. Since you
Just kidding.
the cigar aficionado, yeah. Yeah.
Whatever.
You're like PhD college program. I'm still middle school.
Oh, whatever.
Junior high. Yeah.
So yeah, I thank you guys so much for
Thank
being
you.
here. Ooh, we got one more and then we gotta get it off of here. Or we'll close it out and maybe we'll do this again in the
Yeah.
future.
Next week.
Yeah, so next week we have to figure out like a time.
Yeah.
But
Remember, I'm not rushing to get off work.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Oliva cigars are
Oh,
very good too. Oh yeah, we love
um,
I love Oliva cigars.
Oliva, Siri, what the V and the G? Yeah, I
Siri
like
B
Oliva.
Milanio is my favorite Oliva.
Mm, I agree.
But I also love the other like Series G. I love all of the Olivas. I have all of the Olivas. Which I have not done reviews for.
I mean,
I've done them initially. I was like
yeah,
stuck on Olivas when I
yeah.
initially started this channel. But I'm going to kind of redo a lot of those cigar reviews.
I think they
Thank
have
you
some
guys
of
for
the
reading my
best,
question.
the best structure though. You know what I'm saying? Oliva has some of the best consistent.
Well, we lo- we lost him, but
No, I'm back.
okay, you're back. Okay, I was like,
Yeah, I'm
well,
sorry.
you
It
guys
was
are
it was
recording.
business calling. I guess Davidoff somebody was like, oh, we watching your live, so let's talk business.
Okay, well, it was so awesome
Yes, it was.
seeing everybody and talking to everyone, and
Thank you.
thank you guys for being here. Of course, follow Smokers Connection. It's pinned or was pinned, but definitely you can click the at button at Smokers Connection. He does cigar reviews and stuff like that. I will have quite a few cigar reviews that will be posted as well. But happy National Cigar Day to everybody. And it was
National
nice
Cigar
having
Day.
you. It was nice having you, T or Tim. You're subbing
Yes, thank
awesome.
you. Thank you,
Yeah,
Ari,
and
and
we
hopefully do it
will,
again.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And we will see you all soon.
All right. See you.
Bye.